Welcome back. We're joined with Eric Flanagan from Canopy Pros. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what Canopy Pros does?
Certainly. Canopy Pros was started about 11 years ago, and what we do is we focus on providing the community, the area community, with any type of party rental item that they're looking for relative to party tents, tables, chairs, lighting, staging, dance flooring, etc.
Okay. Any places where I've seen some of it, maybe here locally, and I would kind of know what we're talking when you say Canopy?
You're a resident of Brunswick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you probably participated or came to the Brunswick Fashion Days. Mm-hmm. Well, many of the tents that you see there, actually almost all the tents that you see there, were provided by us. The last 2 years, we were involved with the German Oktoberfest, and so the tents that were provided for that event were also provided by us.
Okay. How did you get into the business of providing the party supplies, the canopies, things like that?
Well, about 11 years ago, I had been working for a Fortune 500 company, and while I was in college, I worked for a party rental company. So having enjoyed it and eager and willing to want to go out on my own, I started with something that I felt I knew the most about, and I felt I had the best chance at being successful at. So 11 years ago, basically on a whim and a prayer, so to speak, I approached my parents with the idea, and they were my initial investor and helped me get off the ground. I started out as the only employee, and I had done that for about 2 years. After my second year, I hired my first employee, and it just took off. A lot of it's timing. And then as we grew, our need for more space grew, and our need for more employees grew. And now currently, having finished or wrapped up our 11th season, we currently employ seasonally 12 to 15 employees, mostly high school and college kids.
Okay, so if I needed to get a tent for an event and I called up, how do I go about the process? How does it work?
It's a good question. We, like any other business, we have a telephone number that you can call where you can reach myself or one of the staff members who would be happy to walk you through the process. We also have a website, which is canopypros.com. And you can go on that website, and what we've done is we've designed it in such a way so that if you're looking for a tent for a particular amount of people, you can actually go through, and we've created packages, because many tents that are rented for parties at a residence or in a commercial atmosphere, they also need tables and chairs. And so rather than trying to scrape them together, we've gone ahead and done the customer a benefit by combining it and giving them a break in the price as well.
Okay. Now, if I do rent it, do I have to come pick it up myself? Do you deliver it? Do you set it up for me? How does that work?
Good question. No, actually, everything that we do is based on a full-service installation and removal. What we found is that most customers don't have the knowledge, the patience, or the time really to do this. For our sake, our equipment, in order to provide quality equipment, it's just not a good idea to have the customer setting something up that they really have no idea on how to do.
Okay. Now, what kind of questions would you ask me as a customer if I were to come and say, hey, I'm having a party, I need a tent? What sort of questions you need answered?
Normally the first question we ask is how many people are you trying to sit under the tent? That's going to dictate what size of tent that you're looking for. The next question we're going to ask is what surface are you on, because there are two styles of tents. There's one that's designed for the grass surface, and there's one designed for a hard surface. So we have to determine which type of surface you're going to be on, and then how many people you're going to be having underneath it. The next question we're going to ask is what type of table you're looking at seating at, because round tables take up more space under a tent than do banquet tables. And then anything else that the customer is anticipating or wanting to put under the tent that may, of course, take up more square footage besides just seating. And so there's a list of questions that we go through as a company. Usually there's 4 to 5 of them. It doesn't take much time, as it's also outlined on our website. And once we get through those questions, we're able to put together a quote based on those needs that they have.
Okay, so what are some of the other things you mentioned? I'm just starting to ask the question. I know I need a canopy, then I need tables, then I need tablecloths, then I need this. What kind of other things do you do besides the canopies?
Well, we do staging, we do lighting, we do dance floors. We have various types of chairs and tables. So we have tables that are like cocktail tables. So if you're having a venue where somebody just wants to stand up They don't want to be sitting down. They want to socialize standing up. We have those types of tables. And then, of course, we have the sit-downs. Linens aren't always an option with every event. Some customers decide they just want the throwaway plastic, and that usually is an option for them as well. But we can provide those items for them if they need it. It's just based on assessing their needs and providing for those needs.
Okay. Tell me about Canopy Pros. You said it was located here in Brunswick?
Correct. We're located here in Brunswick. We moved here in 2006. We are in the industrial, well, we were located in the industrial plaza, the north side. We just recently moved into a new facility, which is off of South Industrial. And we just finished up our move September 30th of 2011.
Okay. And your family, you're from Brunswick as well?
Yes.
Or you live here in Brunswick?
I moved here with my family in 2002. Then, when I call my family, was only 2 children instead of 4. So we've added another boy and another girl. So we have 3 boys and a daughter, ages 17, 12, 8, and 4. And our daughter, again, being at the end.
Okay. So when are you busy? This time of year, or is it, does it change throughout the year?
Well, our business is very seasonal, as you can imagine. Not too many people are probably looking to rent or have a tent put up in the middle of winter. Although we do put up tents in the winter. Winter tenting is a totally different type of monster, so to speak, dealing with the weather elements than you do in the summer. But we usually have what we call the 100 days of a downtime. It usually starts the 2nd day of January and runs up until the middle of April. At that point, our business usually starts picking back up.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming today.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be right back.